46, well known and popular, I believe. Our text today. Well, we start with, our God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will we not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. God is our refuge and strength, and he is always there. No matter what trials and tribulations we have in our own lives, no matter what's going on in the country around us, God is always there. Very present help in trouble. Whatever happens, you can always go to God. Don't have to do it in church. Don't have to do it in any particular place. You can go to God anywhere. No need to be embarrassed. No need to hide the fact that you're calling on the Lord. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Ancient people knew all about earthquakes. They didn't know a lot about volcanoes, but they knew that the world could be a very dangerous place. In their everyday lives, of course, the world's a dangerous place. No antibiotics, of course. People could catch a disease or even get a minor cut somewhere on their body which became infected. People could be carried off at a young age. Whatever happened. In those times, the majority of children, more than 50%, didn't make it. So the waters thereof will be troubled, and mountains shake with the swelling. In our own times and in our own country, of course, we don't suffer much from earthquakes here. We have the occasional one, not very strong. No mountains have been shaken now recently. We don't have any volcanoes. Well, we have some extinct ones underneath Edinburgh, for example. But there are still things that trouble us. It might be thought in the grand scheme of things, they're not very important troubles, but they are troubling to us as individuals. We may have financial difficulties. We may have domestic issues. We or loved ones may be suffering from illness, even in this time of modern medicine. That's true. Some of us worry about getting everything done. I'm one of them. I'm hoping that some of that's going to be resolved in the near future, but also we worry about our own faith. Often we worry about them too much. You know, our failings are much greater in our own lives than those of other people. But we worry always about our failings. We can take them all to God. What a friend we have in Jesus, as we say. Psalm 46, verse 4 to 5. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be removed. God shall help her that right earth. God has a place for us, a perfect place. There's no perfect place on earth, but a perfect place is reserved for us. There is a river. Water is a recurring theme throughout the Bible. Remember that what we used to call Palestine, the Holy Land, is a rather dry place. Lots of desert country, lots of rocky country, lots of mountainous country. The rivers, our rivers of course, the Jordan for example, are few. Irrigation for crops has always been a problem. So water symbolises the bounty of God. The ability to grow food, water to drink of course, and to wash. And God will not be moved. He has a purpose for all of us and a place for all of us. And we only have to stand fast to get there. 6 and 7, the heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved, he uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. God is the Lord of hosts. We've seen a lot in the world of the heathen raging. Wars all around the world. There is no such thing as a good war. Rarely there is a just war about that. But war brings, it's been a four-horse apocalypse, didn't it? War with death, and famine, and pestilence. War brings the four horsemen. People starve because food can't get from one place to another, or crops are destroyed, or farmers are driven off their land. Pestilence, sickness, there's no medicine getting in. Medical structures are broken down. Doctors and nurses are often kidnapped or just plain killed. And of course, death will come to civilians. But that will end. The Lord of hosts is with us. One day, Jesus is coming back. All that will stop. Come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he has made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the ends of the earth. He breaketh the bow, and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in fire. As I said, there's no such thing as a good war. War rolls over people, places, whole countries, and we're going desolation. Desolation is an interesting word. Desolation can be a destroyed area. But the French have the word désolé, which comes from the same root, which means to be sorry. War brings trials and tribulations and sorrow. But he maketh wars to cease. That's why the peacemakers are blessed. As I said, there's no such thing as a good war. My mind has been, along with many people this week, on D-Day. And the sacrifices made by many, many young men who stormed the beaches man the landed craft, took part in a whole raft of different ways. I don't think there is a good war, but I think there can be a righteous war. The war to end fascism, and all it did in terms of suffering to countless people, I think it was necessary. Today, we see war in Gaza. People are starving. There's famine again. People are dying of various illnesses. There's pestilence again. Children, the innocent, are dying and suffering. And even if the government of Israel achieves their military objectives, is that going to achieve their long-term objective, security? I think it's just going to make martyrs, isn't it? In Sudan, warlords are fighting it out between themselves, their factions, their armed gunmen, and they're not proper soldiers, they are just murderers with guns. Millions have fled, quite understandable, those that could. And many others, of course, are just trapped because they couldn't flee. Death, pestilence, and war working again. There is another, in my view, righteous war going on at the moment. That's it, Ukraine. It's not a good war, it's hurt, but Ukrainians are defending themselves, defending their country, and in many respects defending us as well. And God will bring it to an end in His own good time. And then at the end, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. It is all too easy to be overwhelmed. It's all too easy to think, there's nothing I can do, I'm only one person. Well, a lot of one person makes a crowd, doesn't it? And enough one persons can change the minds of governments. It's said there are no atheists in foxholes. The Lord of hosts is with us. Remember that. He's here with every one of us right now. And the God of Jacob is our refuge.